There you go. Producer Nick, host Nick, Nick
smiles.
Sharara, Nick the Quick. What's up, Playboy?
I love the fact that you gave me the countdown. 3, 2,
Right?
and we are live.
Mike is hot. It's usually the other way around, right? It's usually you doing that to me.
I know. I get the opportunity of taking all these free jabs right before I turn your mic on, to where you can't say nothing back, and I love that about my job.
I didn't do that to you though. You notice that? I mean, like, you look like shit, and you're a fat slob. Hot. Mics are hot. Now, I didn't do that to you. I kept it professional, Nick, because I'm a professional producer. No.
Well, that's why they hired you. It's because you're an absolute professional.
Shut up. No, I didn't hire me. I won
because I was a professional.
I won a contest. I didn't get hired. All right, what's on the agenda? I mean, I know you're smoking a cigar.
I'm smoking a cigar, yes.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I have an agenda in terms of drinking.
Yeah, what are we doing?
Glenlivet, a single malt scotch.
Now, you're just doing it straight up. You're not drinking it like a puss like I do.
I do because, well, actually, Glenlivet is you're supposed to drink this neat at room temperature anyway. So
okay. So if I put that with Diet Coke.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I saw that about AJ. Yeah, whiskey drinkers I don't do Coke either. I'm not gonna knock on you. Because I'm not going to sit here and act like I've never ordered a Jack and Coke. And I wonder if AJ... I mean, AJ's had to have ordered a Jack and Coke at some point in his life.
Of course he has.
But, yeah.
Oh, hey, that's
my
professional.
Bad. My phone
Good thing.
Yeah.
Good thing there's no rules on this, Nick. There's really not. You and I are just going to shoot the shit for however long, and then we're going to be like, fuck it, don't want to do that anymore, and then we're going to quit. And... go fix our glaucoma, maybe, or something. I don't know
that you had the jugs. I didn't know you had the jugs, man.
Dude, Jugs brought the people out. I'm not gonna lie to you.
He's a star, dude.
Everybody loves Juggalo Trey, and everybody just says the same thing. They're like, "Man, you gotta have Jugs on more. You guys have to do like." By the way, are you drinking Glenlivet out of a mason jar?
I am, and I shouldn't have done that on camera.
Jugs, why are you drinking Glenlivet out of a fucking mason? At least get a party cup or something.
I have whiskey glasses in the dishwasher, but they're all dirty. They're all dirty, so all I had was a mason jar. I'm sorry.
So that's it, and then you've got a cigar. This is going to be fucking off the rails.
Yeah,
this is going to be off the rails. Now I know you're trying to.
My bad. Go ahead. This is a delay.
No. Yeah, there is a bit of a delay. You're trying to out microphone me. I feel like you saw one and you were like, okay, Barry's got a badass microphone. I'm gonna pull out, and yours is big and black, so it's not.
So I really want you to I want to show you how much better my microphone is than your microphone.
Okay.
So I'm gonna tap the mic. All right, I'm gonna tap the mic. I'm gonna get a mic check from you. Here you go. 3, 2, and.
Damn. Nothing. That's
you know why? Because this mic is not functional. That's why. I try to be all fancy. You got the fancy ass mic, so I brought the fucking microphone out from 5 years ago that I dropped $350 fucking for, and it's been sitting up there collecting dust.
You have a microphone in front of you.
This is it, right here. Right here. That's it. Does that sound loud and clear? Yeah, because that's the goddamn microphone. Yeah.
You were like, I'm going to go get the boom arm and the mic, and you even ran a cable. What? You even ran a cable.
Yeah, I got an XLR. This is a premium XLR cable on this boom.
Fucking hilarious. Yeah. So you bought all that shit to do a podcast with, right?
Yeah, so now that everybody knows that this is useless, we don't even...
You can get that the fuck out of the way.
I got this lamp that matches my couch. I got it from a garage sale.
Are you thrifty? Do you do a lot of garage selling?
No, I don't. No way.
You don't?
I'm too embarrassed to make a return. You know what I mean?
What do you mean? Yeah, you try to return shit that you buy at a garage sale?
No, if I were to buy something at Walmart.
Like 9:30 at night, you're knocking on their door to their house. Hey, I had bought some shit from you earlier at your garage sale. I don't want it. Can I return it? Receipt? No, I got a receipt. It's a fucking garage sale.
Hey, if they give you one of those carbon paper receipts from back in the day,
bring it back.
Do those count?
What do you mean you don't like returning stuff? You mean at a store?
Yeah, I just feel freaking embarrassed to do that, like at Walmart or Randall's or whatever. Well, not at the grocery store. I would even feel more embarrassed at a
I'd
grocery
like to
store.
return these eggs. I ate 3 of them. I didn't really like them.
Yeah,
I want to give these
yeah,
back.
yeah. So, yeah, but yeah, man. How did the
So
show go, man?
you're the kind of dude that's not going to take anything back if you buy it. This light is so bright.
Mine's this too. I try to get some lighting,
Yeah.
but
You don't take anything back. No.
never, dude. Like I like rarely take anything back. I just don't. I just feel so weird about it. I rarely do it. I've lost.
So if you buy something and you don't like it, you're just like, fuck it, I'm not gonna return it. Or
Yeah.
if it doesn't, like, if you bought some pants that didn't fit, you're just like, fuck it.
Oh, all the time, all the time.
What?
I can't be the only one.
I don't know. You don't try shit on, do you? You just go in and say, oh, I'm a size 32 or whatever size you are, and then you get home and you're like, fuck, these are a 32-30. I needed a 32-32.
Yeah.
And then now you got on high waters and you don't take them back. You're just like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Is it lazy or is it pride?
It's not pride. I mean, that's documented. I used to shop at RIP JCPenney, right? Is JCPenney still even open?
Oh, I don't know. That's
I haven't
a good
been
question.
back in a minute.
That's a good question.
No, I mean, you know the cheap crap that I buy. You know, I buy cheap stuff all the time. So, by the way, you're like breaking up. I don't know if you're like too loud, but it was doing it the whole time. I can still hear what you're saying, but it's like breaking up a little bit.
Is this better?
I don't know if it's me or you.
Let's see. I'm trying to see. Can somebody in the chat let us know what the audio is like, and I'll get it fixed. By the way,
we can still make it work.
We have chat, and there's a bunch of chatters, and I can just re-add my audio if I need to. That's happened before. So Brandon Hannon's in. What's up, usual suspects?
What's
John
up,
Parker
Brandon?
is here. John Parker said Nick looks like a college drug dealer.
Do I really?
Why does he look like a college drug dealer? He said you look like a college drug dealer.
Who's that, John Parker or Brandon?
John Parker. That's funny. Mandy's in. Mandy's been checking a bunch of these out. Brian Lamb, a fake Mike, is the best. So yeah, Walt's in. Santos is in. You've brought them all out, Nicholas. Jeremy's here. That's PayPal Pete. Brian
Jeremy.
Thomas.
Why did he go from Jeremy on the stream to PayPal Pete? Because that bit you had.
Apparently so. I think he liked it.
So what else?
This is, huh?
What else?
Donna's in. Look, dude, Donna hasn't been to it. Donna came to the last one that you were in, so y'all could fuck with me about my fat chins. Tell the truth. In this quarantine, because you're a skinny dude. I always fuck with you about being fat, but it's just because. But have you started gaining weight? Are you eating like shit? Or are you just like, no?
I am eating like shit. I'm still like, I mean, I'm really good about portion size. Remember, I've always told you about like, I always make fun of myself, but I do eat like shit, like all the time. You know that. Yeah. I've been, fast food. I do have like that morning shake that I always tell you guys about that you guys think I'm absolutely disgusting for, and that wellness shot. You still do that?
What's in it?
The shake is like just spinach, strawberries, banana, chia seed, a little bit of ice, water, protein in some cases. The wellness shake is disgusting. I mean, it's garlic, it's ginger root, it's lemon, it's water. It's
does that fill you up though?
It doesn't fuck you up. It just you
fill you up. Do you feel full? Because when I eat, Andy Huggins is in, by the way.
What's up, Andy?
What's up, Andy? When I eat, I have to eat to get full. Like I eat because it tastes delicious, but I also need to feel full.
Yeah.
And I feel like if I just did a fucking shake with some spinach and apples and chia seeds and the tears of fat people in it, I don't know that would be filling for me.
It's not. It goes right through you, honestly. Really, 2 or 3 hours later, you should eat something. And any normal grown-ass man, I don't feel... Even if you're... Because Jong, remember Jong, master producer Jong? He was like, 145 pounds maybe?
Maybe.
Yeah. I think he was like 145 or 150. And that dude, like, I mean, except for someone like him, but like most dudes, like someone significantly shorter, significantly tinier. But no, that stuff goes right through you. It's like cereal. It's like oatmeal. I mean, you can't eat oatmeal and then stop, right?
No, no. You know, the other thing that does that is fucking Chick-fil-A. As much as I love Chick-fil-A, I
Yeah, it's
always
portion.
feel hungry after I eat Chick-fil-A because I guess the sandwiches are smaller and shit like that.
That's why I go with the
Um,
bread on Chick-fil-A.
uh-huh. By the way, Aaron Bryant said, "What's up, Nick?" And then Stalker Brian is in. So
What's
he
up,
said, "Love
Stalker
me some
Brian?
Nick." So that's
Oh,
you've
he
got.
asked me about that Bagel Express spot. I put up the menu. He was like, "What do they sell there?" I'm like, "Well, they have a they're like a morning spot. They're like a bagel spot. So it's only like if you're in the mood for morning stuff, coffee, bagels. But it's all on that menu at the producer Nick. If you want to check it out, I forgot to respond to that. I'm sorry about that, Stalker Brian. But you're a stalker, so I'm sure he's probably persistent, right?
You have yeah, no shit. Eric Racinez is in. What now? Where's the menu at? You said.
It's called Bagel Express. It's down the street from my house. It's a Missouri local spot that's been here since we moved here in 1994. I mean, this guy's been like, it's just like a generational spot. I mean, you're a good spot when he's been open since before we moved here in
Mm-hmm.
1994, and he still takes cash only until this day. Like, I used to
Oh,
roll up there when I was 10 years old on my bike, and he would only take cash, and I thought, okay, it's 2000. He's going to get a credit card machine. 2002, 5, 2010.
he don't
Nope.
give a fuck.
He's just a gangster. And I love that about him. And he doesn't care. And he takes only cash. And it's very generational. So it's like grandparents passing it on to kids, passing it on to kids. Like, I literally used to roll up there. Bagel Express is the name. I want to give you the address, but I really can't even think about it.
But
But
you
it's
know his kids are like, man, I don't want to fuck with no bagels. I don't want to be the bagel dude. I don't want to be the fucking bagel dude no more, Dad. Like we got our bagel empire. Let me live my life. Let me spread my wings. Let me
yeah,
do something else. Because
yeah.
your dad had a business. You guys, he had a mechanic shop, right?
We did. We did. We had like an old fashioned like service station in the city of Bel Air, right down the street from Bel Air High School. To give you like, for those of you tuning in, but yeah, like that kind of give you like a geographic like perspective. But it's like right down the street from the studio, and yeah, it's like
Did
an old
did
fashioned service station. Yeah,
did you? Was he like one day, son? You're gonna take this over, and you were like, man, I don't want to fucking do this, or were
he
you
did
like wanting
initially,
to do
and
it?
then as cool as my dad was, R.I.P. Dad, is he gave me the option at the end. He was like, look. Do you want to do this or do you not? And I was of the belief that, I mean, not to call my dad obsolete, but that business was kind of going up. I mean, if you see a full service gas station right now in the city of Houston, I would imagine that you can count it on one hand.
Yeah.
And my dad's spot was like an institution, and people literally, when we went out of business, we had like old ladies crying because they had an old Exxon credit card from like, it would literally say on the plastic card member since 1951 on the card. Okay.
Fuck.
And they've never pumped a gallon of gas on their own in their entire lives. So they
That's
cried
just
because they couldn't. These women would literally go to the Randall's grocery store, pump gas at the full, like have their tires checked, and then go to the beauty shop, and that's it. That's literally what they did. Old, just
spoiled ass white ladies.
pretty much, but they're waiting to retire. They're
Like,
retired and they're enjoying the rest of their lives. You know what I mean? They're just chilling, and yeah.
so
So
that was the clientele. Just a lot
a
of
lot of them were
old
getting to that.
ladies.
And a lot of it was generational, similar to that bagel spot that I told you about. But I just didn't feel like, would you take your car to get repaired at a gas station at this point, or would you just take it back to the dealer under warranty and all that other good stuff?
Yeah, probably so. Look, Manny said I've never seen a full service station. It's a trip. They don't exist anymore. They
They
just
don't.
do not
They don't.
exist.
So he gave me the
Um,
option, thankfully, to answer your question. And I said, no, I'd pass if that's cool. He sold it. He retired. I did my own thing. I ended up in radio. I didn't expect.
is that when you started radio? Was right after
No,
that?
no. I was doing a bunch of jobs like you. I was a courier at one point. I was doing roadside assistance at one point. If you're,
Did you like that?
no, I just did it because didn't have a job. I was getting a couple applications denied, and I was just like, I wasn't as persistent as I should have, and I was like, what? Why am I getting denied? at Circuit City. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck is up with that? Like, I can't get a job at Circuit City. I'm that sorry. But yeah, no, I just kept at it, and then I realized roadside assistance is something I'm familiar with because of the old gas station. So I started my own little DBA and did that for a while. Like, if you locked your keys in your car, if your battery
So you didn't work
died.
for like a AAA. You were like an independent contractor,
I
but
was
did
an
it for like
independent
AAA or
contractor
whatever.
with AAA, Geico, Allstate. They had all their like roadside assistance plans, so they would pay me. So like I wouldn't collect any money from the customer. I would just pull up. They would sign a document and move on, basically.
Oh no shit.
Yeah.
Could you? Is there a way you could like game the system? Be like, hey, call roadside assistance. Tell them your keys are locked in. I'm gonna show up. We'll smoke a blunt, and then I'll leave. You sign the paperwork, and then I'll
There
get paid.
was a way of gaming it, but I didn't make enough money. Like that business lasted like 10 months.
Oh really?
And I closed it. Yeah, because I wasn't very successful at it. Like the way it works, like with AAA and Allstate, they have like 2 or 3 guys that they have contracts with that takes like 95% of the calls.
Right.
So they're like giving you the shit of the shit. Like they're giving you the flat tire on 59 where everybody's going like 90 miles an hour, no
at
rush hour
5:30.
traffic. You know what I'm saying? Someone's about to run your ass over and they're paying $35 or something. It's like crap like that. You
Oh
know what I
fuck
mean?
that. Yeah. And dude, and I bet in Houston in August, you don't want to be the fucking roadside assistance guy. That's like being a roofer in August in this city. Fuck
Fuck
that.
that.
That'll make you get an inside job real quick.
Real quick, dude. Real quick, dude. Like, yeah, I'm glad I'm past that. So yeah, I did a bunch of jobs like that. I did that. I roadside assistance. I was a courier for a little bit. I I had an electronics website called PriceCutElectronics.com for a while.
Is it still out there?
That sucked.
Who
It went
owns
to
it?
shit.
Why did it go to
Oh,
shit?
nobody. I just didn't do well. I mean, I failed. I mean, I can be open about all the things I failed at in life.
Everybody fails in business though. That's the thing. And because I'm a serial entrepreneur. In fact, Sunday, one of my buddies, Justin Trapp, we're both serial entrepreneurs. That's the beautiful thing about being an entrepreneur is you're going to fail so many times when you try a business or you try something or a venture. But the whole point is you're learning. So that once you do figure out what it is you want to do, you've learned all these lessons. So, I mean, in business, now look, in life, and when it comes to women or, some failure sucks. But in business, failure is critical to success. It sounds weird, but think about all the things you learned about doing all those businesses.
Yeah. Oh, dude. And I remember doing this because I'm not going to lie. I saw this interview on MTV a long time ago. And this guy was like, you know what? Don't go to college. This is like 10 or 15 years back. He's like, don't go to college. You know what? Start your own business and fail. What better time to fail at 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 25 years of age? And I totally agreed with him.
You're like, yes! Dad, I'm going to be a failure. I want to be. What do you want to be when you grow up? A failure. I want to fail. I just want to be a fucking failure. You're like, you got the message wrong. You're like, Dad, he said I could be a loser. He said that I could be a loser. This is so great. Yeah, no, but it's true though, right?
Yeah, it's taught me so much, man. It's taught me about people skills. It's taught me about how to approach people. It's taught me about when to be kind, when to be a dick. Sometimes I failed at both, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I'll tell you a story about the roadside assistance. I remember I was doing this, and I was going to school at the University of Houston downtown, and I was on a highway going north, traveling to UHD, about to head to my class. I think it was like a business calculus class. And I get a roadside assistance call, and it's like this young girl, and she's like, I like my keys in my car, and can you help me with my keys? And I'm like, sure, where you at? She's like, I'm on 59 in Hillcroft. Well, I'm coming from Sugar Land, and 59 in Hillcroft is on the way to University of Houston. So I'm like, sure. I give her the price. I think at that price, I was charging like $60. And remember, this is not like a contract call. So I actually have to collect from her when I get there. And I had like a credit card machine and everything. You know what I mean? So I go over there, and No, you know what? It was $75. I was like, look, I'm not gonna stop for. Yeah, it was $75. So there's probably people out there gonna be like, oh my God, you're such a gyp. But I go up there, I unlock. She had like this small like Ford Ranger pickup truck, and I unlocked the car. And little did I know, she's like, well, my dad has to come and pay. I'm like, oh, I really got to get to class, like, like, sure enough, 5 minutes, his dad pulls up and he goes, I don't have to pay for this. I'm like, why? I was like, because she's 16 years old and she's not like authorized to pay. And I'm like, at the time, I'm not smart enough to even realize whether or not the bullshit that's coming out of his mouth is true or not. A 16-year-old picked up the phone and called the roadside assistance company for service. I gave her the price up front. She agreed with the price on the phone. I get over there. It turns out to be a kid. So I said, look, you know what? Maybe you're legally right, but morally you're an a-hole. Because, look, this is your 16-year-old daughter. She knew the price.
Where the fuck were you, dude?
Why couldn't she just call you to tell you about the price? And if you didn't want to pay that price, I would have been like, okay, and I would have went to class like normal.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I'm not going to pay you. We're about to leave. So I had the keys in my car, in my hand.
Throw those motherfuckers off the highway. Just throw them motherfuckers in traffic. Fuck this bitch. Fuck this dude.
So this is my dick move. I throw it back in the truck, and I lock the keys in the car. Dad or the daughter do not have a spare. Because that was like my first fear when I threw it up in there.
That's so fun. Fucked all my shit up. That is so funny, Nick. Holy shit. You're such a dick.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. You made me break my lights. That's fucking funny.
I threw it
I would have never done that. As much as I am an asshole.
Yeah.
I don't think I would have ever done that.
I wouldn't have done it to her, the poor little 16-year-old.
Right.
But her dad that was being a dick. So he ended up.
So what'd he do? What?
Oh, he paid. I unlocked it and he paid the $75.
Now this time he paid and then you unlocked it, right? You were like, nah, bitch.
It was cash. It was cash. Yeah. He paid me $80.
What did he threaten to fight you when you did that? Because if I was the dad, I'd have been like, okay, motherfucker, we're fighting. You're in college. I'm gonna beat your ass.
No, because I jumped in the car because I thought about that. I was concerned. You have to remember, dude. Like I've done all kinds of jobs. I was even the guy. Like I've even been a spotter. Like where like that repo show.
Yes. Look, you almost fucked your lights up.
Yeah, my lamp. Fuck.
You made me drop my shit.
Yeah, stupid ass. Fucking. Let me get this fake ass microphone out of the way. Shit,
the chat's going crazy. Good story, Nick. Man, surprise ending. Good for you. Nick's a savage.
But yeah, I mean, I did that, and yeah, I was a spotter too. Like, so, like, if you didn't pay your bills for your car, I would look for it, and I would spot it for people so they could get tow truck drivers out there and get it. Wait
a minute. So you wouldn't. See, when you said
I've done all kinds of jobs.
And then somebody goes, "Who's had more jobs, Nick or Barry?" when you say spotter, I thought, and by the way, Mark Shell is in, Terrence Guidry is in.
What's up,
Mark Shell?
What's up, Terrence?
When you say spotter, I'm thinking that when a repo guy has a spotter, that it's like, okay, I'm gonna go get this truck. You got to look out for the owner because I don't want to get stabbed or shot or whatever. But a spotter in repo is finding the vehicle to get repoed, and then you end the transaction for you.
Yeah, because I was super part-time, they would just do like really hard cars, like, because they would hide their cars like very, very well. And I only did that job for maybe 2 months, but like people were like they would go to crazy extents, U-Haul storage.
Damn.
They would find, friend's house, cousin's house. And some of these places, people had land. Like, you out there and cut and shoot where they can, like, park their car way deep out in
middle. Nobody's going to see. You can't get to it because it's private property.
Exactly. So how would you find shit like that? Binoculars,
or you would wait for them to drive off the property with it?
No, what do you mean? I didn't hear you because you broke up a little bit.
How would you find if they put it in the middle of 20 acres somewhere? Would you just sit there and stake it out like a cop and just fucking wait? How would you know that
I
that
would
the car
run
was
like a
there?
little bitch. Like if I had that feeling, I would run up to that place, and then I would see if it was there, and then I would run away. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't like, but if it was too far, like if it was like a mile in, I wouldn't even. I'd be like I couldn't find the car. There's no way. But if I can see it, and it was like, if I had a hunch, and it was like I don't know, 2 blocks away from me or a block away from me. Yeah, I was young at the time. I could run. I'm still relatively young now, but I'm just saying I can go and just run and take a quick peek and come back. But the money wasn't there. You would only get there like they would give you like these ridiculously like this bad cars, and I feel like a lot of the ones on TV were fake.
Oh, very fake.
To be
I'm
honest
pretty
with
good
you,
at spotting, like when people send me, because as a comic and doing what I do, people are always like, "Hey, look, this is funny." They'll send me shit, and I hate to be that dude on Twitter, but I'm like, that's fake. That's not real. That's not. I know that's funny, but it's not real.
yeah,
And
I didn't
people
run
are always
into
like, "Man,
anybody,
you
man.
got
I
to be a
never
dick
like,
about it." I'm like, "Nah, that's just how it is,
yeah,
though."
yeah, I never got like a gun pulled up at me. Like I don't have any
What's the
stories like
craziest thing
that.
that happened, or the most dangerous thing that happened?
Nothing really. Like for that spot, I didn't really. I can't give you a cool story in that regard, honestly.
Well, that's good
I've
though. That
always been
nothing
able to do
like.
a good job of just locating the car and saying, "Hey, it's right here. I've seen it in these 2 different spots on these 2 different days. I feel like this is a good little square mileage or like, radius to look at." You know what I mean? That's what I would say. And if they found it, yeah. Or I would just sit there and stay. I would just sit there and like, my eyes are on the car. Get your ass over here. And usually they would send somebody. I wouldn't like go. I'm not gonna sit there and get killed for that. I don't know how far people go for that stuff. I don't know how true those stories are on TV. I didn't have that. I didn't have those. I'm not gonna give you a fake story. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
That no one had like a gun put up to me or anything like that. So
You've been in radio for how long now?
8 years. So January would have been 8 years with the same company, from Sporting News Radio to Yahoo to SB Nation Radio, and then on ESPN.
When did you decide you wanted to do that? Did you kind of always know, or was it just something you were like, "Oh, look, this looks cool"?
Yeah, no, it was after it was after the changing of jobs. Like I was just changing jobs, changing jobs, changing jobs. The Ultimate Fighter did the UFC did a really good job with their, like the Ultimate Fighter season 1 series. I did watch the very early UFC fights, but the Ultimate Fighter series really got me into it. And then I realized, I have 2 years in the books. My intentions was to be a business major. I dropped out of school for like 5 years at that point. Why not just go back to school and get a journalism degree and see if I can take a stab at it? So I went back, got the degree, interned there, and have been there ever since.
Rest is history. Bobby B.